A reading from Mark. Now when the Pharisees and some of the scribes who had come from Jerusalem gathered around them, they noticed that some of his disciples were eating with defiled hands, that is, without washing them. For the Pharisees and all the Jews do not eat unless they thoroughly wash their hands, thus observing the tradition of the elders. And they do not eat anything from the market unless they wash it. And there are also many other traditions that they observe, the washing of cups, pots, and bronze kettles. So the Pharisees and the scribes asked him, Why do your disciples not live according to the tradition of the elders, but eat with defiled hands? He said to them, Isaiah prophesies rightly about you hypocrites, as it is written, This people honors me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching human precepts as doctrines. You abandon the commandment of God and hold to human tradition. Then he called the crowd again and said to them, Listen to me, all of you, and understand. There is nothing outside a person that by going in can defile, but the things that come out are what defile. For it is from within, from the human heart, that evil intentions come: fornication, theft, murder, adultery, avarice, wickedness, deceit, licentiousness, envy, slander, pride, folly. All these evil things come from within, and they defile a person. So what God is telling you is that whoever you are on the outside is not who you are on the inside. People get very judgmental on the outside and never really look into a person and see who they are on the inside. Remember the time when you were a little kid and either your lunch teacher or your parents made you wash your hands either before lunch or when you were dirty, and they made you sing the ABCs once so you get them clean? And now that comes in play, and it is what you do automatically. So when I was in the 8th grade, at the beginning of the year, I thought I had it all, and my goal was to make honor roll for all 4 quarters. I thought I was pretty cool and didn't have to turn in homework. And then I started getting in trouble, and I had to change. My grades reflected that I was getting in trouble, so I was just about done with the first quarter, and I looked up my grades, and they were not good. So I tried to get them up, but there were a lot of points, and I really had no choice. So I had to change, and I did, and the rest of the year I never got in trouble, and I made honor roll every other quarter. At the beginning of the year, I was looked at as a stupid kid, and no one ever looked at really who I was. So that is when folly comes in from the reading. I was foolish, and then I had a change of heart. I was a person for the rest of the year that anybody could count on. So when you're having a problem, God tells us to have a change in heart. When you take pride in yourself, he tells us in the reading that you need to change because too much pride is not good. So he is just asking, when we are struggling and being folly, we need to have change in heart and be really who you are, and always have that spare time to think things over. The light shines in the darkness,